and welcome into Straight Talk with T and J. I am Jeff, and that is.
I'm Tracy.
How you doing, Tracy?
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What is that behind you?
Well, I have been granted a ball for Christmas week. Yay!
Wow. I see it changes colors and everything.
It does. I'm so excited. So I have been granted a ball for 48 hours. So we're going to have a Christmas ball for the next 48 hours.
So is that like something? It's supposed to be magical or spiritual or just Christmas?
No, it's just for the Christmas holidays. So we have a special ball that we're going to be sharing, and it's just
okay.
It's just something.
It kind of gets me in the mood.
It gets us in the mood, and yeah,
sing a Christmas carol. Go ahead, sing one. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway, happy holidays to everybody out there.
Happy holidays to everyone.
Yes. We want to shout out to everybody on YouTube, Spotify, and we're working on Instagram. We're working on getting on that platform too. But
I'm gonna see if I can go live on Facebook while we're doing this. Let me see.
Okay, but you all should know. If you don't know, I'm in Facebook jail.
He is still in Facebook jail. He doesn't know how to.
They gave me 180 days.
Lord have mercy.
That's the entire school year.
Isn't that sad? Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and you know what? It's crazy because the algorithm, it went back like 3 or 4 years to find a video I posted. It said that it was a copyright infringement strike put on me. So when I appealed it, they said, well, we're going to let you contact this person directly so they can remove the strike and my page will be restored. The only problem is I couldn't get on Facebook.
I know. I'm sorry for you, Jeff. I'm sorry.
Facebook is not the end of the world. I was living before it, and you're going to be living, hopefully, a long time after.
That's right. Plus, you are on the other social platforms.
Yes.
They just don't know it.
I love TikTok, though.
You're all over social media.
I love TikTok.
You do. Trust me. You're all over it.
Yep. I'm bored. I'm single, and I don't have nothing to do.
What you talking about? You single?
I am single.
Well, yeah.
You know,
and everyone knows it because you are all out there doing stuff.
I ain't in the streets now. I ain't no community. You know what I'm saying? I'm not outside. I'm inside.
Ooh.
Anyway, speaking of outside, boy. I know he just want to go outside and hopefully in the rain and start crying. Let's give an update on Jonathan Majors. Now, I'm sure you know the story. I only know the verdict and the aftermath. So a lot of people on TikTok were saying that this is messed up because he was, found guilty on some, but not guilty on the other. He was actually walking away and all this. Do you know anything about this, Tracy?
What?
Do you know anything about this Jonathan Majors story?
I do. I have been following the Jonathan Majors story. So let me tell you what I know about it.
Please.
Now, I am not the expert.
Okay.
But let me tell you the parts I know.
Okay.
So I have been following it. And let me see. I'm going to try to put my phone down. I'm trying to go live on Facebook too while we're talking. I'm going to sit my phone down in just a second.
You sound like an old lady.
I'm trying to go live on Facebook while you do this, checker. And hold on. So here's what happened.
Go ahead, Sarah. I'm just messing with you.
First of all, that's not funny. But it is funny, but it's not that funny.
Anyway. So what happened? What happened to Jonathan Majors, man? Wow. First of all, is this his girlfriend or is he married?
Okay, so he was involved with his girlfriend. whom he was involved with for an extensive period of time.
Okay.
I think they were together for like 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 3 years?
Oh, that's not long.
Well, for what is it called? For Hollywood, it is.
Hollywood, 3 years of lifetime.
I'm not gonna laugh.
But go ahead.
But anyway, they were together for a while, and they had gotten to a point where they were having some difficulty. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were having an argument. And the argument was over, apparently, she had heard him having some kind of he was texting someone, or it was something about him talking to some female on his cell phone.
Aha.
So that's what it was. That's what this whole situation was about. And so, with that being said, so she was trying to snatch the phone from him.
Okay.
And so, with her trying to do that, apparently, so mind you,
he shoved her.
huh?
He shoved her.
Well, so it wasn't that he smacked her or anything like that. And this is what the taxi driver said.
Okay.
The taxi driver stated that that he was able to hear the two of them arguing about the disagreement in the taxi, and he was able to hear the two of them fighting about the phone call.
Okay.
And apparently, they went back and forth for a minute. And they went back and forth, and she was reaching for the phone, and at that point, I don't remember if she said it first, he said it first, or whatever, and she was reaching, and I guess there was a scuffle over the phone. Now, not remembering who did what. Now, mind you, at some point after all of this ensued, they do end up outside of the car.
Okay.
I'm going to fast forward to the very end of how this all happened. After he eventually ended up reporting his girlfriend and how she ended up being missing and all this, and he ended up reporting her in the hotel and all that.
Wait a minute. He called the police?
Yeah, he eventually called the police because he was concerned about her. Okay. And he was concerned about her safety. Okay. So eventually I can understand how there ended up being a scratch behind her ear, which eventually ended up being part of how the jury ended up being able to convict him for
Slow down.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, what were the charges?
So we need to go back to, if you don't mind, Dee, can you pull that up real quick?
Nope, can't do it. I just wanted to know because I have an update to this story. I just wanted to know the charges, because I think there were like 4 charges. 2 charges where they found him guilty, and 2 charges where they found him not guilty. Right.
So the major charge, apparently they didn't charge him on the big charge.
Okay.
So the biggest charge, he was not charged for the most severe charge. He didn't get charged with. Hold on.
He was found innocent on that. So the update to all of this is that Disney and Marvel Studios have dropped him. That's the update. He's fighting.
But you know what? He was going to get dropped anyway.
Really?
In my opinion.
I believe, if he would have been found innocent, he would have got dropped.
Right. I personally don't think he should have got dropped. Mind you, let me help you out with this. As a person who is a mental health professional, as an individual who's worked with victims, as an individual who's worked with perpetrators, I do not endorse individuals victimizing individuals, neither males or females, not ever, never, male, female, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, anyone, ever, never, period. I don't care if you're rich, poor, ever, never.
Okay.
Mind you, I have gone through it myself. Mind you, I know people who have. Mind you, no family members who have. Mind you, I know friends who have. So let me clarify that. However, based on everything I've heard, I don't think that he is totally innocent in this case, nor do I think he's totally guilty. But with this being said, I don't think that this man is totally should have been convicted in this case, based on what I've heard.
Wait a minute now. The jury found him partially guilty and partially innocent. You
And with
can't
that
be
being
both.
said,
You either got to be guilty or innocent. And so with these charges, it was like, okay, we'll do half and half. I think it's buffering. I don't know why it's buffering with Tracy. But hopefully it'll come back. Got that crazy Wi-Fi going on. It's buffering for real for a long time. Come, go out and come back in. I don't know what's happening. I mean, it's just buffering. Anyway, the update was, of course, Disney and Marvel dropped Jonathan. And wow, if you know the story about Jonathan Majors and you want to talk, you want to come up, you can do it now. If you think that's fair, if you think it's unfair, I've heard some people on TikTok saying he got what he deserved because, the race component. I'm not certain about that. I'm just saying, look, it's bad enough they all in the news, but you gotta be in the news cutting up. And now look, this one that made you lose millions of dollars. I mean, can he even appeal those verdicts? I don't know. If you know, please click the link and come up and talk to us. Or talk to me. I think Tracy's battery might have died. It might have died or what. But we'll definitely wait and see if she comes back. In the meantime, how about, did you all know that the judge has moved to unseal the Jeffrey Epstein list? Everybody that was going to that little island, the little freak island. Well, a judge has said that this list needs to be made public. Now, it's a trip to me because he ruled this on Monday, right? Wow. There are like more than 150 names that will be made public as a part of this civil lawsuit. And I'm like, whoa. Now, some of the names we've already speculated on some of the names. I've heard Bill Clinton and some other people. But anyway, they actually gonna let this live because the activist group appealed to the judge, and the judge Loretta Presky, she set a release date of January 1. So January 1st, 2024, we will find out whose names are on the list, but many of them have already been mentioned. I still want to see the list. I don't know about y'all. I want to see the list because it was some unmentionable things done on that island, that private island that I've been reading about. And am I the only one that want to see it? Can't be. Again, if you want to come on up while we wait on Tracy and talk about, Jonathan Majors or the judge releasing Jeffrey Epstein's list, you can do so. Just click the link that's in the comments. Click that link and we'll bring it right up. Hopefully, Tracy will come back. I don't know. Her computer probably shut down on her. She said it was plugged in, though. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go to let's see. We'll do this story here because I'm wondering. I thought Anthony Anderson was married. Evidently, he is, because there's Tracy. His side chick is going viral for a botched BBL. And let me put Tracy up and see if she knows anything about this. Tracy, you're back. Welcome back. Baby, I'm back.
Hey.
And look at a fool could see I was wrong. And I just can't live without you. Baby, I'm back.
If you don't quit singing.
Okay, you back. So look.
No, your thing is probably what keeps kicking out my computer.
Yeah, ha ha ha. He. Anyway, his side chick went viral for a botched BBL video she put out. Now, if you don't know the story, if you don't know the story, Anthony Anderson has a side chick. Okay, the side chick got pregnant, so she says.
Oh, that's dangerous.
As a result, he paid her $100,000 to abort the pregnancy. Despite taking the woman, she still exposed him. That was supposed to all be quiet. Look, I'm giving you $100,000. Be quiet. Quietly go have an abortion, right? She still exposed him. She took the money. And I don't think it costs that much for an abortion, right? I've never had one, but $100,000? Come on, man.
Jeff, I don't think abortions in this lifetime cost $100,000. If that be the case, a whole lot of people I know, hate to tell you, would be I'm going to say something really nasty.
I put Anderson. I meant to put Edwards. Lord have mercy.
I'm going to say something really disgusting.
What?
Women I know would be propping their legs up. Oh, I know that was so nasty.
Well, you know.
That was so nasty.
You know how it is.
Saying,
basketball players.
Come on now. That was gross. But come on. Like, really? $100,000 for a...
Yeah. I mean,
Anthony Anderson, really?
No, it's Anthony Edwards, the basketball player.
Oh, him.
Yes.
Oh, he was doing that just because.
I made a mistake.
Oh, Anthony Edwards was doing it just because he had some extra money.
Well, like I said, she didn't keep quiet. She exposed him. And now she's gone viral for her BBL being botched.
Oh, Anthony Edwards, the basketball player, was doing it because he had some extra money. Yeah. Oh, he wasn't doing it because he was, out of love and out of, because he couldn't come to the clinic with, to the Planned Parenthood clinic. That's not why he was doing it, you know.
Well, I mean,
No, Jeff, you don't mean no, Jeff. Come on.
yeah, because you know what? A lot of people are wondering, how does a man so wealthy, so rich, wind up in a situation like this?
I know.
What, social media?
See, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. Normally that's what you do.
What?
So tonight I will be the devil's advocate.
Okay, tell me how.
Because he was being trifling. Because
What do you mean?
he saw this really fine, sexy, hot woman at his basketball game, and she was looking so sexy with those jeans on. They had, you know how the women have the jeans on with the nice slits in them.
I'm just still
So-
trying to figure out what this got to do with her boss BBL and exposing him.
Hold on, I'm not through. And she had those slits in the jeans,
Mm-hmm.
and she just so happened to have the slits in the jeans, and she had those red shoes on, the nice sexy red heels on, and she accidentally went on a date with him. I'll say she went on a date. I don't think she really went on a date with him.
Well, it had to be more than that. She got pregnant.
Yes. And somehow they ended up hooking up. Jeff, this is normally the conversation that you say.
Okay.
And somehow, somehow she ended up becoming his quote unquote side piece. Jeff, these are words that you normally say.
Okay. I want you to stop giving that disclaimer. Hey, just come on with it.
And so, as a result, when they end up getting together, as a result, well, they went from being having a potential intimate relationship to some other kind of relationship. Jeff, come on, Nick.
Okay, so I guess you want me to really break it down because
please do.
You trying to tap dance around it. First of all, if you married and you got a side piece, okay. First of all, and I'm not saying it's right because I know y'all have side pieces, okay.
Jeff, by the way, I am streaming this on Facebook.
Okay, good. If you're rich, there's no way you should have this reckless mentality of because you got money, you're going to hit it raw. No. When you hit it raw and she get pregnant and you don't want to be exposed, that's when you come out saying, yo, here's $100,000. Go have an abortion. Don't expose it. Guess what? He got exposed. And people are wondering, how is a rich guy like this getting exposed or going through situations like this? Number one, she's ratchet. Number two, social media. Okay? So, I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry that she got a botched BBL. First of all, I like women the way God created them. You don't have to go get no work done. Period. You're fine just like you are. When you try to do too much, this stuff happens. You'll get a botched BBL. Okay? Just leave it alone. Even if you think you got just a little peanut booty or tootie booty, leave it alone. Do not, let me repeat, do not go and get a BBL. I promise you, you'll probably regret it. So, the question now should
just
be,
know that you said that, Jeff, and I did not.
What?
Do not
go get any work done.
Do not get any work done.
I mean, let me put an asterisk by that. If you have like some watermelon breasts and you need to get a reduction because your back is hurting, do that. Other than that, don't do it. Don't mess up. Look,
Now, have
don't
you
mess
all
up
not heard
nothing.
of the fact that people end up getting some of these surgeries and the surgeries end up going awry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I mean, what is it about your self-esteem that when you look in the mirror, you say, these lips ain't big. And you go get, some shots of the lips and my butt too small. What is it about that? Do you not have a man or someone in your family that tells you you're perfect? You don't need to do that. Period.
Did you say that?
I did. Because it makes no sense. Now, what I've noticed over the years, most of the fine girls, and this is actually from high school to now, most of the fine girls, or what we call fine, have a big forehead. And they try to cover it up. But they fine. But they just got a big forehead.
Most of the fine girls got a big forehead.
Yeah, we will attribute
Oh my God.
the big forehead, say you got extra brain because you extra smart.
Hold on. The fine girls got a big forehead.
Right.
Hold on. So is that what men's perceptions of fine girls have big foreheads?
You show me a big forehead girl that's not fine, and I'll show you ain't looking at nothing.
Now, guess what? We as sisters give each other, women give each other's props. And, I don't have a problem with giving another female her props.
But if your forehead ain't big,
so you saying if a woman's forehead is not big, she's not attractive?
Man, look at how long they picked that Sade, and she is a big forehead. Regina King. All these ladies are fine. I ain't saying
and they have big foreheads
with a big forehead, but I'm talking about top shelf, upper tier fine. I ain't saying if you don't have a big forehead, you can't be fine, but I'm just saying,
So you saying those are top shelf, gorgeous women?
Knock down, drag out, do the
knock down, gorgeous, drag them through the mud, gorgeous women.
AirPod thing to your car to track you that fine. Some people can handle that. Some men can handle that.
So you would consider Ashanti big forehead?
I don't know.
Okay, what about Aaliyah? Big forehead.
No, she had a regular size forehead.
Oh, now I'm gonna tell you who I know for sure has a big forehead.
Who?
What's her name? First Lady.
Michelle Obama?
Michelle Obama has a big forehead.
Melania Trump or Jill Biden?
Oh God, no.
Which one you talking about?
Michelle Obama.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh.
I mean, that should be the exception.
The exception?
Yeah. They just let one in.
What?
I'm sorry. I you know what? I got in trouble before on WDIA when I said this, but I have not changed. My position is still the same. Look, I said like eight positive things about Michelle Obama. She's smart. She's well spoken. She's this, she's that. I did all that. Then when I got down to the last thing of my opinion on Michelle Obama is she's ugly. I took a whole lot of heat for that.
She's what?
I took a whole lot of heat for saying she's ugly. And that is, to me, And people started jumping on me about that. I'm like, look, I'm not Barack. I ain't married to her. So I don't have to wake up to her. She's not, my kind of girl. Now, if I ever met Michelle and Barack, I'd let them know, look, that's the show. I do that for entertainment, but I feel the way I feel. I mean, I saw her in some shorts one day, and I don't see what fellas were seeing. I was like, I can't believe she put that on me.
Okay.
Okay,
what about Tina Turner?
Nobody wanted to criticize her. Tina Turner.
Okay. Tina Turner.
I think that she didn't have a big forehead, but I think her legs was like the attraction. Everybody loved her legs. For her to be like, past 70 with legs that look like that. Yeah. So she was cool.
Tina Turner, yes.
She married a tycoon billionaire in Switzerland.
Yes, she
got
did.
on down. So the question should be, though, is Anthony Edwards' wife going to leave him?
Now, who's his wife? I don't even know who his wife is.
Because it says that if he has a side chick, you gotta have a wife, right?
Right. I don't know who his wife is.
Me either. She's been out of the news. Maybe we will hear from her in the upcoming days.
Yeah, we need to find out who his wife is because, so often we hear about these side chicks, but the wife is always kind of kept under wraps.
Right. We don't know who the wife is.
But so often the wife, she wants to stay anonymous.
I bet she's not happy, though.
And a lot of times she wants to remain that way because she doesn't want anyone to know, her feelings. She doesn't want to come out.
She'll be embarrassed, but she's not happy, though.
Oh, yeah, no.
If I was him, I would go to the Christmas dinner. Be sitting at the table like The Color Purple. The knife come down, boom.
You're so silly.
I'm gone.
Yeah, no. Or guess what? He may not even be invited to the Christmas dinner.
You go hang out with your boys. Huh?
Okay. Huh?
It's like, go hang out with your boys.
Oh, exactly.
They got something catered from Heaven to Ham. You good.
Right.
Wow.
You know how sad that would be?
I know, right?
To be excluded from the Christmas dinner this year?
Well, I personally don't know because I like to be alone for Christmas. Me and I'll put on Prince and another lonely Christmas and I'll be cool. As long as, I get my food Christmas Eve. I don't want to bother nobody. So I'm good.
Right. Let me see if I can bring this person on my video. Let me see.
Now, this last story, Tracy, of course, anybody can come up. Just click the link on YouTube. You come up. This last story, it makes no sense to me. And I'm going to go ahead and say this before we get started, Tracy. I think this is the dumbest story we've ever talked about.
I'm scared to hear it. Which one is it?
We're talking about this single mom who faces prison
Lord.
for letting her 14-year-old babysit.
How does a single mom face prison for letting her own child? Well, for allowing a 14-year-old to babysit, because I thought that at 14 years of age, you could babysit because at 14 years of age, you're allowed to get the CPR certification to be able to tell the parents that you can officially babysit someone's child. if I'm not
thought
mistaken.
I thought you'd be 12, but listen to this.
Well, it's been extended, if I'm not mistaken.
Just
But is
listen
it
to
12
this.
now?
Yeah, I think. Well, I was, I grew up in Florida, so.
Okay.
You know, but this is crazy. This single Georgia mother of 5. She left a 14-year-old daughter to babysit near the beginning of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she had to go to work, and her youngest son's school was closed because of the pandemic. So, while this 14-year-old was babysitting, the 15-year-old wandered, the little baby wandered off for about 15 minutes. And I guess, they found the baby or whatever, and they called the police and all that good stuff. Now the mother is facing charges for letting this 14-year-old babysit, And this is crazy. This has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever. And this shouldn't even make it to court. But because I'm thinking there's so many benefits for having your children babysit for you. I mean, think about it, Tracy. The pandemic happened, right? Everything was closed. The little daycare centers, they were closed. The schools were closed. So I don't understand. This woman, by having to go to work, she must be a first responder or a nurse or something like that. But it's crazy. It is crazy. So she asked her 14-year-old daughter to babysit because she had to go to work. Her daycare, the baby's daycare was closed. And they say that this is not the first time she's babysitting for younger siblings. So her daughter, the one that was babysitting, was in school at the time. And while she was in class, one of his friends, one of the kids' friends was outside, noticed he wanted to go out and play with him, but at first, without Lindsay. And he wandered down the street to his friend's house. That's how he got lost. And when she realized he was gone, and for about 10 to 15 minutes at his friend's house, unfortunately, his friend's mom had already called the police by the time she got there. So that's how they came about charging the mother for letting her 14-year-old daughter babysit. That's ridiculous. What do you think?
I think this is one of the most asinine stories that we probably ran across yet. Simply because you're talking about children who we have bore means given birth to, children who we already say, listen, this is your child, these are your siblings, watch your siblings. These are not children who you don't know. These are your own siblings. Watch your siblings while I go to make a living for us. When I come back, you are to tell me how your own siblings were doing. As a result, I want to make sure that all of your siblings and you are okay. I don't expect anything to be wrong with my home while I'm gone. When I come back, please tell me how everything was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is our home.
It's a different time though. Because like when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s, right? Nobody in the neighborhood would call the police on somebody else's child if the baby was just missing. But like, okay, who baby is this? They will find out where this child belongs long before the police get involved. Okay. So I'm not saying that the mother should be mad at the neighbor, but I'm just saying it would have got that far to call the police. When the
Well,
14-year-old daughter is babysitting,
well, I know when I was little, my neighbors were nosy. I mean,
you're a
all
good neighbor.
those all those old geezers. Well, I'm sorry for
Oh,
saying this.
Jesus.
All those old geezers were nosy.
Yeah, good neighbors.
I can name those old geezers. Lord, forgive me for saying this.
Old geezers.
Those old geezers were nosy, and they would tell it. If we did anything wrong, God forgive me for saying that. If I was said, they were.
And I'm gonna tell you though, those are the best kind of neighbors to have.
Well, they were, but they were the best except for one.
But now when you're young, they're not the best.
Right.
They're the worst when you're young.
But they were the best except for one. They were the best because of the safety factor.
Right.
Because they were able to keep everyone safe. And everyone was able to say, Miss Leola, Tracy and Benny went right down there and they rode their bicycles too far. And they did this and they did that.
Right.
And they told this and they did that.
And
they went over there and they did this.
Because y'all was doing stuff y'all wasn't supposed to.
Oh boy. I promise you. Those old neighbors, they told.
Like a good neighbor.
They were the State Farm is there. I promise you. They told everything.
Wow.
So those old neighbors told everything. So again, those little old neighbors told everything.
But look here, you turned out all right.
Mind you, except for one. I'm gonna keep saying it, except for one.
Okay. Except for one. But you did like this one neighbor or something?
Because one neighbor did something really bad to me. So I'm gonna keep saying except for one.
Okay. Well,
except for one. I don't want to talk about that.
Well,
but otherwise,
any of these stories, just click the link in the comments and you come up. Go ahead, Chase.
Yes. So it's good to have those types of neighbors in your circle. Nowadays, people don't allow their neighbors to chat, to be neighborly. They don't even allow young people to be able to be like that. They don't allow those kind of relationships to exist, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah, no, I can't understand how someone could live, in a place for 2, 5, 7, 10 years and not know their neighbors. I just don't understand that. You need to know who's in front of you, who's on the side of you, and who's behind you. For sure. That bare minimum.
Right.
Bare minimum. If it's 10 houses on your street, you need to at least know 5 of them.
Right.
And I don't get this, look, I mind my own business, I do what I do. But then when you become like in Memphis, when you become a victim of a crime, now you want to go to the neighbors, hey, did you see anything? Did you notice something going on? See, if you had that rapport, they'll be the first one to come tell you, hey man, somebody was in your driveway. It was a pickup truck. I look, there was this one lady that called one time when I was doing a show, right? And she told me that she picked up the phone and called her neighbor while her house was being robbed. And she was like, is somebody in your driveway right now? They got a pickup truck and blase. I was like, what? And she was like, well, call the police. Of course, they were long gone when the police got there, but that's the kind of neighbor I would like to have. They don't make them like that no more. They really don't.
We shouldn't have to we shouldn't have to be so afraid to
Well,
live in our own bubbles, if you will.
that's true.
Eh, That's my little opinion.
But when you come
Because
outside your bubble, when you come outside your bubble,
right,
you feel safe too, right?
right.
But when you're in your bubble, you should know at least 4 or 5 of the bubbles around you. You just need to know them.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't nothing but, hey, how you doing? My name is so and so. I live here. I moved there. Hey, I've been over here for a while, and we never got a chance to meet. You can always do that, because what's going to happen is Pookie and Ray Ray might break in your house one day. The neighbor knows who Pookie and Ray Ray is, but won't say a word because you ain't asked them. They ain't no snitch. No, they ain't see nothing. Broad daylight. They
Right.
ain't see nothing.
Most definitely.
And if you're the victim, I know that's gotta hurt that your neighbors know everything about this situation, and yet they won't say nothing. That's gotta hurt.
Most definitely.
And let me say this too, because there's a channel on YouTube about the Ring doorbell. I think it's like I forget the name of it. It's like they show videos from the Ring doorbell cams, right? But let me say this real quick. You can have a Ring doorbell, you got cameras, you have all that stuff to secure your place. Do you know what the very best alarm is?
What's that?
A dog.
Hmm.
Get a dog, because the dog can hear things that you can't hear.
Yep.
Now, I ain't
So,
saying
so let me ask you a question.
uh,
Is there a particular dog?
well, that's what I was gonna say. I ain't saying get like an aggressive dog, like most people get pit bulls or lambs, something like that, or Rottweiler. But like, to me, if you get like a German Shepherd or Alaskan Husky or just one of those dogs that pay attention. I ain't talking about the little small dog like the Chihuahua and the Shih Tzu and no little hand dogs, Yorkies. But you got to get you a guard dog. I ain't saying get the Doberman Pinsch either.
Right, right.
If you do get one of those aggressive dogs, you should get a dog and train them not to be aggressive. There are plenty of dog owners who own those dogs that people automatically think they are aggressive. You could train up a dog in the way you want it to go. If you don't believe me, Tracy, got a short story for you. Okay, so when I moved back to Memphis, and I was staying out at Houston Levy, and of course, in some apartments, getting to know all my neighbors. So one day, one of my neighbors was out with his dog. And as I walked by the dog and the neighbor, the dog was going nuts. Dog was going ham. And the neighbor had to hold his chain, hold the leash, tighter. And I said, oh. So I just went upstairs. I was living on the 3rd floor then. I just went upstairs and I watched him and leaned over the balcony. So I watched him and said, I'm going to see how long he's going to stand out there with this dog. It was such a beautiful day. So I noticed that when the white people walked by, the dog didn't say anything. He was just chilling. I said, I don't believe this. So I was thinking I ought to go back down there and walk by the dog again and see if he go nuts. Oh, but before I could, there was a black person getting ready to walk by, and I watched, and this dog went nuts again.
So he cut up around certain races.
Yep. He trained the dog to only bark at black people.
Wow.
And I was like, that's crazy. But
That's
you can do that.
interesting.
You can do
Yeah.
that.
So how
But-
does the dog know that the person is of a different race?
I guess the dog can see.
But the dog does not know if we are of a different race.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so help me out. Are you trying to tell me the dog knows that I am African American based on what?
The dog knows you are a ninja.
You're not telling me that. You are not
Yes.
serious.
Look, I know I am not the only person in America that's ever experienced this. I promise you, it's true story time.
Jeff.
What? I'm
Jeff.
serious.
Jeff,
I'm
repeat
serious.
what you just said, so I don't think I'm deaf.
Okay. So when I walked by the dog went nuts and ballistic. Just crazy, barking everything.
Right.
And the owner had to pull the leash back and say, oh. And I went upstairs, leaned over the balcony, just minding my own business. I wanted to see this dog was going to bark at everybody. Well, a white couple walked by, dog didn't do nothing. A couple of white people walked by, dog didn't do nothing. So by this time, I started thinking, let me go back down there and pass the dog and see if it start barking. But before I could, another black person was walking by, and the dog went crazy.
Okay.
So my worst fears were confirmed that this man has raised a racist dog. Hello, Valinda Jones. But I didn't think it could be possible. I thought dogs, I thought they see in black and white. But evidently, they know, I don't know if it's the shea butter or what, but they know. I wonder, you've never experienced nothing like that, have you, before, Tracy?
No. And I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to experience a racist dog. I don't want to, I don't know what to do with that. Jeff, I don't even know how to respond to a racist dog.
Yeah, that makes you think now. Can dogs be racist? If you raise
I
it
don't
that way,
even-
yeah, sure they can.
Jeff, what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to have a conversation in a room with a crowd of professionals who are all mixed, with a crowd of mixed professionals, and see what these individuals think. And I'm going to bring back this information to us on Thursday.
Okay.
And I'm going to see what this crowd of individuals think.
Can you raise a racist dog?
Yes. And I'm going to bring it back to you.
Think about it, Tracy. People love their pets, right? Some people would say that's part of the family.
Yes. And I know some of these individuals have dogs and cats, and some of them even have a couple of other animals. And I want to see what you all think about it, because this is a interesting conversation, to say the least.
Watch I get a dog for Christmas. Anyway, I'll just say I don't know about the other animals. I just know that dog.
I mean, but just even the thought of someone raising a racist dog.
Oh, I'm sure it can be done.
I don't even know how to even respond to that.
I tell you what, because I'm in Facebook jail. Won't you ask that question on Facebook? Can you raise a dog to be racist?
Okay, so I'm gonna just put the question out there.
Yeah.
I just closed out my oh Jesus.
And then we'll bring you an update on Thursday. Can dogs be racist? Huh. I'm sure. Because I know this guy. I don't know. I'm confused on that going the other way. Because I know a guy that had some dogs and he was black, but he raised all these dogs to bark at everybody. And so I never seen, that situation like the one I experienced. I didn't see it like that. So I don't know. But now that I think about it, because dogs have the same behaviors, or could have some of the same behaviors as humans. Oh, sure. Yeah. Without a doubt. And you tell your group of people that my cause, you say it just like this, my cause believes you can raise a dog to be a racist without a doubt. And then see what they say. Because I would definitely like to hear, I never thought about that, but man, I guess you can. Oh, and by the way, if you all don't want to come up and you just want to email me, it's djjefflee@gmail.com. djjefflee@gmail.com. What are you doing, Tracy?
I just posted the question, so I just asked the question, so I just
read the question to me.
I said, question, can dogs be racist? And then I said, this is spun from Straight Talk with Tia J. Please let us know.
Yeah. Okay. I would love Thursday to get the recap on that, the update.
Me too.
Because I know there are probably people that's thinking, nah.
Hold on. I'm going to also put that on my other page.
Cool.
Let me put that on my other page too.
And remind me, we definitely got to bring this up Thursday because it will be the last Thursday before Christmas.
Let's see. Where's my other page?
And I can't wait till after Christmas. It's Tuesday, right? So hopefully we'll be on after Christmas, the day after Christmas on the 26th.
Yep.
Asking the question, did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
Did you get what you wanted for Christmas? I know I'm not going to get what I wanted for Christmas this year.
Well, I mean, I can't make miracles happen now. I ain't that one.
No, I want to go and see my children.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't that one. I can't make miracles happen.
So I don't know if I'm going to see them, which is what I want.
Why don't you just FaceTime or talk to them on video chat?
I will.
Cool. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm going to tell you what. I can't tell you right now what the doggone. I can't say what I want to say.
Okay. Tell me after the show.
I was going to tell you what the doggone IRS did, but I'm not going to talk about them right now.
Tell me after the show.
I want to talk about the doggone IRS. So
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
I want to talk about the IRS. But you have been listening to TSJ. I am Jeff Lee. And I am Tracy of Tracy Girls, but I'm so happy to be the T of TNJ. Yes. And God willing, we will talk to y'all on Thursday. Yes, we will. For another edition of Straight Talk. Thank you so much. See you soon. Peace.